Hey guys, Jackson here and welcome back to the channel. Thought I'd try something a bit different today, a bit more off the cuff, a bit more loosey-goosey as they say. Just finished watching The Bad Batch Season 2 Episode 12, I believe it was. The one today anyway, on, what is it, the 8th of March. And I just wanted to sort of give my reactions and initial thoughts to it, and I thought I'd try a different format here. I know the camera's probably right in my face and I'm probably not looking my best, but hey, we're going to go with it anyway. I think I might talk a bit about the episode before as well, so spoiler warning to anyone that hasn't watched 12 or last week episode 11. But I just want to give some props to the Bad Batch. You know, I do like the show. I do check it out every week. I've watched season 1. You know, I am a fan. But you know, this season particularly, I thought the quality had dipped a bit, and you know, in the 12 episodes we've had, I would say only probably half of them have been, you know, good or, you know, very good. And a lot of it is still quite fillery and, you know, I think most fans, could be wrong, but I think most fans, you know, we want the stuff about the Empire, the clones being, you know, retired in favour of the Stormtroopers, what's going on with the Emperor, what nasty plan is he coming up with next, you know, what's going on with the clone, and you know, all the good stuff, all that sort of stuff I think is what most fans tune into the Bad Batch really to watch. You know, don't get me wrong, I love Clone Force 99 like the next person, but do I want to watch the mission of the week kind of story beat every week? No. Am I more interested in what my boy Palpatine's doing? Yes. Is the world more interesting when we're talking about, you know, that transition from Republic to Empire? 100%. The transition from clones to Stormtroopers. That is the Star Wars stuff that I think most people want. Please let me know in the comments if you disagree, by the way. And I just wanted to give some props to the show for the last 2 weeks at least, anyway, because last week they, you know, it was all about cloning again, and I can't remember the name of the monster off the top of my head, and this is what happens when you do these off-the-cuff videos, but, you know, they went down that cloning arc again, and, you know, we went to that world that was last seen in Legends, and they've got the cloning team there, and they're trying to get the remaining Kaminoan, you know, creatures to work with the Empire to try and perfect whatever they're cloning. You know, the assumption and the obvious sort of answer here is they're obviously trying to clone a perfect vessel for Palpatine for, you know, contingency plans, but maybe they're trying to clone a dark Jedi or a dark Force user just as maybe a new apprentice. Who knows, right? There's a lot of legend stories out there. There's a lot of canon versions as well, and you know, that's the fun of Star Wars, is, you know, the theories and all that sort of stuff about what might happen in the world. I mean, the safe bet is they're cloning to try and create a vessel for Palpatine just in case, and you know, then they can tie it into the sequel trilogies, and they can tie it into the Mandalorian with, you know, trying to get Grogu's, you know, DNA or metachlorian count. So, you know, we assume, I guess, or I assume that that's where they're going with the story. But you know, it's a fun ride, and last week's episode was particularly great actually compared to some of the other episodes before. And this episode particularly, like, I only just sort of finished watching it. Finally, we get back to our boy Crosshair, and you know, he's my favourite character from Clone Force 99. And the 2 episodes out of 12 we've had now with Crosshair are 2 of the more stronger episodes actually, in my sort of perspective and opinion. And what I loved about this episode was the character development we actually saw from Crosshair. This guy that's normally, you know, the whole good soldiers follow orders kind of thing. He's gone from being a good soldier following orders to actually disobeying the orders and killing that lieutenant at the end. And I thought that was really interesting that he's already turned that sort of way. He's just sort of taking no crap anymore, isn't he? And you know, that's what I've always liked about Crosshair. He's always been a bit of the bad boy of the batch, hasn't he? Of the bunch. And you know, Commander Mayday, it was written in the stars, wasn't it, that he was going to die just purely based on his name. And I mean, the episode shot was a beautiful episode, and a lot of development happened in a short space of time. And the most interesting part of the episode is probably the towards the end, where the stormtroopers, they don't kill Crosshair. They capture him after what he does to the lieutenant, but he's not taken back to like a prison cell or anything like that. He's taken back to the what is likely the same cloning facility from the episode before. And you know, he wakes up on the dreaded table with the cloning doctor looking over him and giving him that wry sort of smile and saying, you know, if you cooperate, you might live, sort of thing. And it makes you wonder what they're gonna do with Crosshair now, because you know they wanted him, they kept him around even during the transition when they could have easily retired him. But you know he's got such a good shot on him, and he's such a good soldier. Like, you know, he was an asset to the Empire, but now he's starting to disobey and cause more trouble than normal. I wonder what they're gonna do with him. Are they gonna clone him? Are they gonna like keep him for experiments? I read a wild theory already that people were joking that he's gonna be the blueprint for Snoke. I mean that's a bit wild, but you never know with Star Wars, right? So I think again, Crosshair to me is part of what keeps the Bad Batch interesting, and because he's so integral to the Empire side of the storyline, right? And I think that's why he is more interesting than the other crew at the moment, the rest of the Clone Force 99. But let me know in the comments below what you think they're going to do to Crosshair. Like, do you think he's going to live, or do you think he's going to live in misery, being stuck in like a test tube essentially and just experimented on? Or do you think that, you know, maybe the Emperor himself has got some plans for this guy? Like, I don't know. It's a wild one, isn't it? Like, what they're going to do next, and that's the fun of Star Wars, and that's why I've always loved Star Wars. Like, you know, such a big canvas that, you know, the possibilities are always endless, even in a world that's already got intricate ties to the movies. There's so much in between, isn't there, where you can kind of create your own narrative, and especially for someone like Crosshair, who isn't a Skywalker or a Jedi. So I wonder what they're going to do, you know. Let me know in the comments what you think they do. If you know, just quickly, I think they're going to do some grotesque experiments on him and like make him some like super soldier. That's my theory here. But I mean, he's a bit of a wild child now, and I don't know if they want someone that's going to be out of line. So maybe they will just kill him. I don't know. Let me know what you think, though. I'm starting to waffle now, so I'm going to end this. But let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. And, you know, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. It does help me a lot, and it means a lot to me. You know, we're on a journey at the moment to 100 subs. I know it's a small number, but to me, that would be amazing if we hit it. You know, I do reviews, I do reactions, I do theory videos, I do live streaming, both gaming and also, you know, your Nintendo Directs and all that. So, you know, if you like anything that you see, then please hit the like button, subscribe, and all that good stuff. It does mean a lot to me. And if you don't, thanks for tuning in anyway. It's always grateful. But hopefully I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.